Okay, this is the help video for Skills Homework 1-4. It is due on Thursday. All right, the first thing we're doing is we are changing improper fractions to a mixed number. So this first one says 75 over 20. That means 75 divided by 20. So if I divide 75 by 20, it goes in there 3 times. So 3 whole times. So 3 is my whole number. 3 times 20 is 60, so I have 15 left over. So when I write it as 3 and 15, and the denominator stays the same, which is 20, but I have to do it in simplest form. So 15 over 20, I can divide both of those by 5, which gives me 3/4. So my answer would be 3 3/4. Okay, let's try another one. Let's do number 11. So 33 over 4. So that means 33 divided by 4. 4 goes into 33 8 times with 1 left over. So 8 is my whole number. That's how many times it goes in there completely. And then 1 left over. So 1/4. Your denominator stays the same. Okay, that's what you do on the front. Now let's look at the back. Don't forget you have to show your work in order to get full credit on these. All right, number 16. Logan is going to a college where the cost for 1 year is $9,500. He has a scholarship worth $2,500 and a grant worth $800. Both of those things, a scholarship and a grant, is money that they help you pay for college. So he owes this, but he's not going to have to pay these two. So we get to take away these two from the amount that he owes. So we are going to subtract the $2,500 and the $800 from what he owes right here. Okay, he earns $100 a week at a work-study job. How many weeks does he need to work to pay for 50% of the remaining amount? Okay, by remaining amount, they mean after you take away the scholarship and the grant. Okay, I'm going to add these together, but I'm going to do that first. That's why I put it in parentheses. So both of these together are subtracted from what he owes. Now, after you do that, your answer here is how much he owes. Now, he only wants to know how many weeks it's going to take him to pay 50% of that. So whatever we get here, you want half of that. So find half of this answer, and then you want to know if he gets $100 a week, how many weeks it would take him to make that. Okay. All right, number 17. The annual median income for an executive chef is $68,459. The annual median income for a chef is $40,630. Over 30 years, how much more than a chef can an executive chef earn? Okay, so this is a yearly amount that they both earn. So find how much more an executive chef can earn in a year, but then it says over 30 years. So find how much more he earns in 1 year, but then it wants 30 years, so multiply that by 30. Okay, number 18. Ava's dog weighs 56 kilograms. Marty's dog weighs 7/8 as much. That's an 8. How many kilograms does Marty's dog weigh? So we want 7/8 of this right here. So we are multiplying 56 times 7/8. Remember, we could do this right here and put 56 over 1. Okay, you can either multiply straight across and then simplify, or remember we talked about last week that if I can simplify diagonally, I can do that before I multiply. So think about it. What would go into both 56 and 8? So simplify those. Okay, I think 8 would go into both. So 8 divided by 8 is 1. 56 divided by 8 would be 7. Now multiply straight across. Okay, number 19, Oliver's total monthly budget is shown in the circle graph below. Oliver's monthly budget is $2,500. How much money does he save each month? So we are only looking at savings. So we need 25% of this right here. Couple ways to do it. You either change the percent to a decimal and multiply, or if you know what 25% is as a fraction, think about it. If you have 25%, hopefully you know that one by memory, you could divide. Okay, but if you don't know what this one is as a fraction, then change the percent to a decimal and multiply. All right, number 20. Jungwon has $41.25. Notepads cost $3.75. How many notepads can he buy? So we want to know how many of these will fit in there. So you can divide it. Okay, don't forget we cannot have a decimal point out here on the outside. So we move that one over twice, which means I'm going to move that one over twice. So I end up having 4,125 divided by 375. Sorry. Divided by 375. So now you just divide. 375 won't go into 4. It won't go into 41. Think about how many times it'll go to 412 and put that number above the 2. Okay, and then finish up. Remember, if you have any change left over, if it's not $3.75, he can't buy another one. Okay, you want to know only how many times will it go in there, how many whole numbers will it go in there, how many could he buy. Good luck.